Hey everyone. Today is November 15th, 2018. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, but much has been going on and so little time to really process it all. Where to start? I'm sorry if I seem kind of out of it right now. There's a fire roughly, I guess it's within 10 miles of my house, and I try to ask my contacts later within local emergency service personnel, see if I can find out exactly what it is. But as far as I know, it's nothing serious. Mostly fields out that way, so could be just burning crops. Anyway, where to start? Discussions have taken place to potentially expand media horizons. For the best, it is probably for the best that I don't go into detail immediately, being that a lot is still up in the air and nothing's 100% sure in this line of business. More experiments are being planned to broadcast on this channel, as well as my new radio show, Specialist of the Strange. We've recently expanded to several distribution channels, including Google Play Music, iTunes, Spotify. A few others are in the works right now. There's a program called Anchor I plan on using for future media releases, which will include guest appearances, further experimentations involving particularly audio-based phenomenon. But more on that as the situation develops. For those of you who listen to my weekly podcast, there's changes going to be made to the opening theme. I kind of want to get something more angsty, more get the heart pumping at the beginning of each show, as well as going to introduce opportunities for individuals to actually appear as guests, as I mentioned earlier, but as well as potentially involved musical guests. So any aspiring musicians out there looking to get your work out noticed, hit me up. More details on that will be available on my blog. Can't say much else has been going on. There was a project I was involved on that was essentially a master encyclopedia of supernatural terms. Make it kind of like a real life hunter's journal type thing. It would include my personal journals, theories, and ideas on paranormal phenomenon, as well as an encyclopedia on as much as I can dig up. Unfortunately, computer error made it to where that's not going to happen, and I had to restart. The project is already coming together with more than over 2,000 forms of phenomenon identified for its pages. Right now it's just mostly, this might seem kind of messy, but the plan is to dig up all my files on various supernatural phenomena, get them alphabetized, get a main listing of all the terms out there, as well as the names of importance, ideas to present, things of that nature. On top of ghost schools, monsters, things like that. Then once I feel satisfied in the listing, I can go through each one, potentially writing blog posts about them on my website, just to keep content on that thing flowing, to help optimize the website a bit further, as well as help push the algorithms within social media outlets that, quite frankly, are trying to restrict the little guy in a sense of in not so literal sense of the term in my case, but nevertheless. What else was there? Oh yeah. Yeah, Nephilim contacted. His son, like I said, disappeared. No sensing, no trace of her left. But then again, there wasn't much in the first place. I have taken on a few apprentices within my paranormal studies. Some who believe that they possess supernatural phenomenon. Without pushing too much, that potentially hurt their feelings. I must remain honest. Only a couple of them seem to have promising results. The others are hopeful. I can still teach them a few things, but I don't believe they have any dispositions, really. So I'm going to have to start from them from scratch. Also, I'm also announcing that I have a Patreon page coming together, which will include reward tiers. Some will just be exclusive notices that will be posted only through Patreon. There's also going to be a series of quote-unquote memberships in which will allow you to get special merchandise. The first one I have set up is I'm calling the Bookworm Special, where you first sign up, you'll get one of my books, and I'll utilize the Patreon blog setting in order to announce which books are going to be included in that special. I'm thinking about changing it on a monthly basis. So like, say, with December coming up, I may start it with Haunted Idaho. Then when January rolls around, maybe include one of my poetry books. There's also the Help from Heaven project that I really need to restart, but unfortunately recent media endeavors have proven that a lot of my contacts that I gathered when I first started this venture aren't still active. Potentially because they saw that the media exposure that seemed to come up every 5 seconds when it came to this field isn't all that it's cracked up to be. The offers are still out there. It's just that nobody's really taking this stuff seriously. There's new movies in the works coming from my studios. There's new music collaborations potentially. More on that later. Don't want to spoil too much just in case it falls through. You know what I mean? Also, with this Patreon page, I plan on doing kind of a community-driven event. Once my Patreon page reaches 300 supporters of any of the available tiers. Doesn't have to be any of the more expensive ones. You can just go for the $2 tier. Oh, that'll get you a peek in that. Just basically the modern equivalent of Windows shopping. That's the way I put it on the page. Once 300 patrons have been accumulated through Patreon, we'll start a community-based charity fund in which sales from my stores, my other ventures, will all be acclimated into a fund. Well, now it's once a month towards the end. How much is available to donate and give a choice of charities. Kind of like what President Trump promised to do with his presidential salary. So, there's that. So, once the Patreon page loads up, be sure to watch my Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, my specialist of the strange feeds, which once I'm done rambling on here, there's going to be images that pop up that'll show you all the ways that you can get in contact with me personally. These are all official accounts. I know a lot of celebrities are going out there saying, oh, hey, be sure to watch for that blue little check mark near my accounts. Those are actually me, because apparently I'm not cool enough for the blue check marks quite yet. I've put together a listing as a blog post on my website of all the official sites accounts that are in fact actually me. It is only the accounts that these links bounce through, that these links will direct you to. I'm the only one that has access. It is only these accounts that these links take you to are official. Everything else is either a dead account or fake. I'm looking at you, Google Plus. Now, whether or not you agree with some of my approaches, I really do hope that I can get some help with the community-based charity fund, because there's a few causes I have in mind that could really use the help. I'm already helping them right now, but could use even more. Let's just say, long story short, I'm not exactly a fan of this time of the year, because I seem to have the most loss. To be honest, I haven't had a holiday season where I haven't lost anybody ever since I was 14. And unfortunately, I haven't even gotten that lucky this year to avoid it. And unfortunately, it spans from just the week before Halloween to the week of my birthday. So, yeah. Anyway, unfortunately, I received news since the last time I did this video that I might be getting ready to lose somebody, a couple of other people. One I was expecting, but the others I was not expecting it quite yet. Sounds more, you always got to expect that, you know. Everybody's got to go sometime. Just sometimes you find yourself there, you don't get to spend a lot of time with. Spend as much time as you wanted to. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's all I have for today. I'm going to stop bugging you. Sorry. News alert. That caught my eye. Be sure to check out my social media pages. All the links will be in the description. You can also find affiliate partners as well as stores I manage. You can also find links to Specialists of the Strange, all the listings where you can listen in to the show. You can catch it on Blog Talk Radio Live or through any of the links below. Or you can even check it out on this channel once the archive is set up. Anchor as well, which I'm going to be looking into to potentially include guest appearances. So I haven't quite set that up yet. Give me a little time on that. I want to say that's all for today. I want to thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe. We're going to have some more, hopefully cheery content coming up for you here soon. So stick around. Stay safe. And as always, execute in mundum. I probably messed that up, but oh well. See you next time.